Hi and welcome back to What's in the Box. So what have we got this time? Well, sticking with the theme of painted figures, I was really conscious when I bought this game a few months back, Escape from Stalingrad Z, I really struggled to find any images of the actual figures themselves and what they could look like, just to sort of inspire me. So I have finished painting them and I thought I'd do a bit of a run through of the figures and also the game. Let's take a look. Now, I got this board game probably about 3 months ago now. I actually saw it on YouTube. However, before that, it had been a GameFound crowdfunding campaign, probably a couple of years ago now. And it's made by Raybox. Anyway, when I got it, I went for the deluxe set, and this is what you get. You get the game, and then you get some figures itself, but you get it in this really nice sort of ammo box looking sort of container. And there's image on the back as well of some of the contents as well. So I've still kept the cellophane bag because I just wanted to protect the box. But I don't plan to actually do a walkthrough of the game, but I do think it's worth actually having a look at the actual contents just before we sort of go through the painted figures themselves, because it's the painted figures I really wanted to show. Because whilst I found a few examples online, I didn't find the full set in all the different poses. There are a few on Raybox's site, but didn't really bring to life for me some of the sort of available options just to really sort of inspire me, shall we say. Anyway, it's a really nice box, this one. It's made of a very sturdy material, and inside you will actually see, having said you don't get many images, they do put some images around the edge there, but again I don't know, it didn't really work for me. But it's really nicely put together. So you've got this folder here, which has got both the rule book and the actual game itself. So the game is really novel because it's actually various scenarios, and the scenarios described on one side here, and then the actual game board is on the other side. And I just really like how this is really sort of so much more portable and transferable, and you can just sort of quickly take this out, get the pieces that you need, and it really works well. And then you get a really nice rule book as well with all the various details about the weapons, and also there's some scenarios there as well. And you'll see here I've got lots of contents that I've bagged up with all weapons. You've got the dice, you've got tracking counters, zombies, and all other bits and pieces. And one of the other nice things that's worth showing is these are the player boards. And these are really nicely constructed because they've sort of got a slight recess that allows you to insert the various weapon tokens or health tokens and ammo tokens, and also track your health and fatigue. And on the reverse you get a bit of a bio of the individual as well. So I really like how they've done that. It's just such a nice touch. So that's the actual game box itself, and what I will do is I will show you some visuals of the actual figures all laid out actually on the actual game itself, just to sort of show what that looks like right at the very end of this. But this is the box of miniatures. So again, really nice box in it. It's got a foam covering, and one of the things I actually did in here is I actually put all these little standee cards. I actually put them behind each of the figures so I can easily find them. But you'll see, sort of working through these, they're really nice figures, and my painting skills had improved a little bit when it came to these, purely because of the fact that I've got a magnifying glass, and also they're bigger than the Airfix models that I'd been painting to date. But if you're into sort of zombies and World War II and all that sort of stuff, it really does hit the mark. I certainly like some of the player characters. Like this one here of the Warden. This actually was a limited one for the actual Kickstarter campaign as well, and if you went for the sort of full deluxe version, then you actually got this particular figure. So as I say, you'll see they're really nicely made. And this is Till. There was actually also a little booklet that came with the miniatures as well, that actually sort of just described some of the story and background behind the actual game itself, bit of scene setting. So it was alright, it was nicely written, but doesn't really actually add much to the actual gameplay itself when you get into that. So let's walk through some of these figures themselves so you can see who they are. So here we've got one of the main characters himself, which is Becca. So I think he looks really good actually, really mean. You've got Reiser, who's another German. You've then got a Russian, who's Lydia. We then have another Russian called Dasha. And another one, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, Algier, I think that is. Here's a German smoking his cigar, Steiner. And another Russian female, Katyusha. Then we start to get into the baddies. So we've got some of the beta zombies. We've got these ones here with the gas masks, which are quite cool. So these are sort of German-based ones. We've then got the sort of female Russian-looking ones as well. So again, zombies, beta zombies. And here's one with a shovel embedded in his chest. There were then armoured zombies, so again these have got different characteristics, so these are quite fun. And I like the fact that actually you could sort of paint them in different coloured uniforms, albeit you may have the same sort of base helmet colour or armour colour or whatever. These are Kugelfish. These ones explode when you hit them and basically give sort of toxic gases all around the place. We've then got this alpha zombie, and when he appears on the scene, he ends up giving extra powers to all the other zombies, so he's a bit of a sod to actually kill. Here's another mean German zombie in this case. This is Grinzer. And we've got Tankistka. She looks like she's a pilot, I think. I'm not quite sure what the background of her is. I haven't actually got to playing against her yet on the actual game. I've only played through about 5 scenarios so far. And then you've got this other one, Omega, who's a very sort of dominant figure. Again, not one that I've played against, but I'm sure he's going to be an absolute beast and cause all sorts of problems. One of the good things that Raybox actually did is they actually provided the acrylic paints that you could actually buy. They're a little bit dear, but they are actually really great. And you'll see you've got the various uniform colours and obviously colours for the zombie flesh as well. And also, I suppose, what it did do is it gave me some more images to think about when it actually came to painting them. So I had something to sort of refer to and just sort of expand on as well. So that's the figures. Hopefully you found it nice to see them. And as I say, I think these have worked out really well. I mean, they look fantastic when you're painted. And when you're actually playing one of the games with them, the games are really so easy and straightforward to do. Then it really does sort of give a different element to the actual board game itself. Yeah, Raybox have done a really good job on this. They've got a Kickstarter campaign at the minute doing some, I think it's some Nordic related crowdfunding as well. So that looks quite interesting. So I might go and try and get that as well. But certainly worth looking this one up if you can get hold of it. So hope you enjoyed that bit of a walkthrough of my board game collection. It's slightly different from the Airfix side of things, and I do have a sort of quite a varied and eclectic sort of collection of these things. I've got some Lord of the Rings ones which I might feature as well at some point. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and please keep an eye out for future uploads.